Hello and welcome to the art channel. Today, we're going to demonstrate the technique of Chinese ink painting, a traditional art form that has been practiced for centuries. Specifically, we'll be teaching you the shaking brush daytime flying waterfall method, a unique and dynamic approach to capturing the beauty and power of waterfalls. If this is your first time on our channel, please consider subscribing. We offer a wide range of art tutorials, from calligraphy to painting, and we're always looking for new and exciting ways to showcase the rich cultural heritage of China. We then dipped a mountain horse brush in thick ink and painted the trunks of the trees on the foreground mountains. Before the ink dried, we dotted the trees with a bald mountain horse brush, using thick ink for the closest tree and lighter ink for the ones behind it. Then, we added a little heavier ink to the tips of the branches to blend the thick and light inks, creating a rich ink charm. Additionally, because the tree branches were still wet when we dotted them, some of the ink spread slightly, resulting in a vivid and lifelike portrayal of the water's flow. The paper used for ink painting is very thin, so when we first painted on it, it appeared darker due to the water content. Don't be alarmed by this phenomenon. After the painting dries, you'll see the true color and beauty of the artwork. To create the painting, we first prepared our materials, including high-quality ink, brushes, and paper. In fact, the final result may surprise you, as the ink dries in unpredictable ways and creates unique patterns and textures. Now, onto the artwork we're presenting today. Our goal is to create a fluid ink painting that highlights the technique of painting waterfalls, one of the most iconic subjects in Chinese landscape painting. While waterfalls have been a popular theme in Chinese art for centuries, few artists throughout history have been able to capture the grandeur and complexity of these natural wonders. This is largely due to the fact that China lacks such scenery, with famous waterfalls like Huangguoshu being far away from the central plains and difficult for painters to visit. It wasn't until modern transportation and photography became more widespread that painters could use images of waterfalls from all around the world as reference material, leading to the gradual emergence of waterfall paintings. After completing the foreground, we painted the midground, which is where the waterfall is located. The key to painting the waterfall is to use a combination of hooking and shaking techniques. We first used the hooking technique to outline the waterfall, creating a basic framework for the painting. Then, using a shaking brush, we added layers of water curtains to the waterfall, depicting the surging flow of the water. To add more depth to the painting, we used a lighter ink to paint the distant mountains, creating a sense of perspective. The contrast between the dark foreground and the lighter background further enhances the painting's visual impact. We also added mist to the painting, using a light and feathery brush stroke to create a sense of atmosphere. In the final stage of the painting, we added details to the rocks and water, using a combination of light and dark ink to create a textured effect. We also added a few small trees and bushes to the painting, adding to the sense of depth and realism. In the past, artists would use a long line to depict a small waterfall due to its small volume. As the water fell rapidly, the retina would create an afterimage, resulting in the visual impression of a long, continuous line of water. However, after the artist traveled to famous waterfalls like Niagara, Iguazu, and Victoria, they suddenly realized that the fall of the water was similar to the waves on the water's surface, forming a layered effect. Each small wave at the upstream would become a layer of water curtain after passing through the waterfall, pushing and boiling forward and backward. This kind of observation led to the creation of a new expression method through shaking and hooking brushes, which was different from traditional methods. The resulting painting conveys a sense of movement, depicting a surging flow that exudes an irresistible and powerful force. If the fine line of a flying waterfall brings a sense of leisure, then the broken flow of a giant waterfall depicts a sense of momentum. To create more variety in the painting, we used a central vanishing point composition. In the upstream part of the waterfall, we arranged a deep and wide landscape, then paired it with a crisp and vigorous foreground and a majestic giant waterfall. The brushwork and rendering techniques are different from traditional methods, so we encourage our viewers to study them carefully. In conclusion, Chinese ink painting is a beautiful and sophisticated art form that requires skill and practice to master. The shaking brush daytime flying waterfall method is just one of many techniques used in Chinese ink painting. We hope that our demonstration has inspired you to learn more about this art form, and that you'll continue to explore the world of Chinese ink painting. Thank you for watching the OArt channel, and please don't forget to subscribe.